Namaste, my beloved friends. After spending those beautiful days besides the ocean, after listening to the timeless rhythm of the sea waves, I have now returned back to Pune. But somewhere deep within the heart, the silence of the beach still lingers. There is something profoundly spiritual about the ocean. The sea teaches surrender. Every wave rises and every wave dissolves. And perhaps this is exactly the lesson humanity is being forced to learn right now through the powerful transit of Saturn in Pisces. Because many people across the world today are silently experiencing a strange emotional heaviness, a deeper inner fatigue, spiritual exhaustion, detachment from worldly excitement, and an unexplainable feeling that life is demanding deeper maturity. And my beloved friends, this is not accidental. This is Saturn, Shani Dev. The great karmic teacher Shani Dev, currently transiting through Pisces, Meen Rashi. Now, before we go deeper into the spiritual meaning of this transit, let me first mention something extremely important regarding Saturn movement through the nakshatras and padas of Pisces, because this journey will shape the emotional and karmic atmosphere of humanity until Saturn finally enters Aries in 2027. Saturn entered Pisces on 29th March 2025 in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, specifically the fourth pada. Then on 20th January 2026, Saturn officially transit into Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And later, that is now on 17th May 2026, Saturn will enter Revati Nakshatra, the final nakshatra of the zodiac. Now, my beloved friends, although this podcast is mainly focused on the deeper spiritual and karmic meaning of Saturn's movement through Revati Nakshatra, I also know that many of you would sincerely like to understand how this transit may influence your life practically. So, you may watch this section from two angles: your moon sign and also your ascendant sign. Your moon sign will show the emotional, mental, and inner karmic experience of this transit, whereas your ascendant sign will show the more practical, visible, and life event level impact. So, let me now briefly touch upon the possible emotional, karmic, spiritual, and practical influence of Saturn's transit through Revati for all 12 signs. But remember carefully, these are generalized insights. The actual depth of results will always depend on your individual horoscope, your dasha, karmic patterns, and spiritual maturity. And in fact, my upcoming new book, scheduled for a worldwide release on Amazon on 4th July 2026, is based on a fascinating and deeply insightful astrological system that surprisingly very few people truly understand today. And as the publication date comes closer, I will definitely share much more about it with all of you. So let us now begin with our black sheep, Aries.
Aries, मेष राशि।
For Aries moon sign, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with communication, siblings, networking, daily work life, conflicts, health, discipline, and the way one handles stress and competition. Many Aries natives may realize that impulsive speech, arguments, ego clashes, or emotionally reactive communication has silently damaged certain relationships or professional connections in the past. This transit may demand greater discipline in routines, health, documentation, business, dealings, teamwork, and social media interactions. Spiritually, Saturn in Mercury's Nakshatra Revati may teach Aries natives that true intelligence is not merely speaking quickly, but speaking consciously, responsibly, and peacefully. For remedy, Aries natives may observe a Thursday fast, Gurvar Upvas, with devotion and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Or you can chant Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Additionally, donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, clarity, and harmony during this transit.
टॉरस, वृषभ राशि।
For Taurus moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with speech, family relationships, finances, children, romance, creativity, and emotional intelligence. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your second and fifth house, this transit may strongly influence the way you communicate with family relations, handle money, express emotions, and use your intelligence and creativity. Many Taurus natives may slowly realize that words carry karma, and harsh or emotionally insensitive communication may create distance in close relationships. This transit may also bring greater responsibility connected with children, education, creative pursuits, investments, or romantic matters. Financially, Saturn may demand discipline, patience, and wiser long term planning rather than impulsive spending or emotional decision making. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Taurus natives that true prosperity is not merely wealth accumulation, but purity of speech, emotional maturity, gratitude, and inner peace. For remedy, Taurus natives should observe fast on Thursdays with devotion and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Or you can chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Additionally, donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater harmony, wisdom, peace, and blessings during this transit.
जेमिनाई, मिथुन राशि।
For Gemini moon natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring deep karmic lessons connected with the mind, emotional peace, family environment, communication style, inner stability, and the way you emotionally process life itself. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your moon sign, and fourth house, this transit may strongly impact your mental state, emotional sensitivity, home atmosphere, and inner sense of happiness. Many Gemini natives may slowly become quieter, more introspective, and emotionally selective during this period. Some may distance themselves from mentally exhausting environments, superficial conversations, or emotionally immature people who disturb inner peace. This transit may also bring responsibilities connected with home, property, mother, emotional healing, relocation, or creating greater stability in personal life. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Gemini natives that true intelligence is not merely quick thinking, but inner stillness, emotional wisdom, and peaceful communication. For remedy, Gemini moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast with devotion. And you should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or you can chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Additionally, donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, clarity, and emotional healing and spiritual grounding during this transit.
कैंसर कर्क राशि।
For Cancer moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with communication, courage, siblings, travel, inner fears, expenses, sleep isolation, and spiritual surrender. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your third and 12th houses, this transit may strongly influence your mental state, communication patterns, spiritual life, and the way you handle emotional exhaustion and hidden anxieties. Many Cancer natives may gradually withdraw from unnecessary social interactions, emotionally draining environments, or superficial conversations that disturb inner peace. Some may experience increased expenses connected with travel, health, spirituality, foreign connections, or family responsibilities, requiring greater financial discipline and emotional maturity. This transit may also bring karmic lessons connected with siblings, documentation, communication misunderstandings, social media behavior, or hidden emotional burdens silently carried within the mind. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may slowly push Cancer natives towards prayer, solitude, meditation, spiritual healing, and deeper surrender to divine guidance. For remedy, Cancer natives should observe a Thursday fast with devotion and faith. And you should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or you should chant the mantra Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Additionally, donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, emotional stability, spiritual protection, and clarity during this transit.
लियो सिंह राशि।
For Leo moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with finances, speech, family values, friendships, networking circles, gains, ambitions, and emotional attachments. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your 2nd and 11th houses, this transit may strongly influence financial planning, communication within relationships, professional networking, and the quality of people surrounding you. Many Leo natives may slowly realize that not every friendship or social connection carries genuine intentions, and Saturn may gradually remove fake associations, selfish alliances, or emotionally draining circles. Financially, this transit may demand patience, disciplined planning, and more responsible handling of savings, investments, and long term goals. This period may also bring karmic lessons connected with speech, promises, misunderstandings, or emotionally reactive communication within family and social relationships. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Leo natives that true prosperity is not merely social status or external success, but wise speech, meaningful relationships, emotional maturity, and inner dignity. For remedy, Leo moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Or you can chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Additionally, donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater harmony, financial clarity, peace, and blessings during this transit.
वर्गो कन्या राशि.
For Virgo moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with personality, relationships, communication, emotional balance, career responsibilities, and the way you interact with the world. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your 1st and 10th house, this transit may strongly influence your mental state, decision making, public image, professional life, and overall direction in life. Many Virgo natives may feel greater pressure regarding responsibilities, career expectations, partnerships, or long term stability. And Saturn may demand maturity, patience, discipline, and emotional restraint. This transit may also bring karmic lessons connected with communication in marriage, business partnerships, professional dealings, or public interactions. Some Virgo natives may gradually become quieter, more introspective, and less interested in superficial social validation. Professionally, slow but meaningful growth is possible if honesty, consistency, humility, and disciplined effort are maintained. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Virgo natives that true intelligence is not overthinking everything, but learning surrender, emotional wisdom, and peaceful communication. For remedy, Virgo moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast with devotion and faith. And you should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chanting this mantra 108 times morning and evening will be highly beneficial for Virgo natives. Additionally, you can also chant Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, and donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, clarity, emotional stability, and divine guidance during this transit.
लिब्रा तुला राशि.
For Libra moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with health, daily routines, work environment, hidden fears, expenses, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your ninth and 12th houses, this transit may strongly influence your spiritual beliefs, connection with gurus, foreign connections, inner emotional state, and the need for surrender and introspection. Many Libra natives may gradually distance themselves from emotionally exhausting environments, unnecessary social drama, or mentally draining routines. This transit may also bring karmic lessons connected with sleep patterns, anxiety, health discipline, travel, spirituality, legal matters, father figures, mentors, or faith itself. Some Libra natives may feel drawn toward meditation, prayer, pilgrimage, spiritual study, charity, or spending more time in solitude and self reflection. Professionally, this period may demand disciplined routines, patience, and careful handling of responsibilities behind the scenes. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Libra natives that true peace comes not by external approval but from surrender, faith, inner balance, and divine connection. For remedy, Libra moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast with devotion and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Additionally, donating green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest may help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, spiritual protection, clarity, and emotional healing during this transit.
स्कॉर्पियो वृश्चिक राशि.
For Scorpio moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with friendships, social circles, ambitions, romance, children, creativity, emotional attachments, and long term desires. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your 8th and 11th houses, this transit may strongly influence hidden emotional patterns, karmic relationships, networking circles, financial gains, and psychological transformation. Many Scorpio natives may slowly realize that certain friendships, certain associations, or emotional attachments are no longer aligned with their deeper spiritual growth. And Saturn may gradually remove superficial or manipulative connections. This transit may also bring responsibilities connected with children, investments, creative projects, romantic relationships, inheritance matters, or emotionally intense karmic situations. Financial gains may come slowly but steadily through disciplined effort, patience, and emotionally mature decision making. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may push Scorpio natives toward deep inner transformation, emotional healing, occult wisdom, prayer, and greater awareness of hidden karmic patterns operating within life. This transit may teach Scorpio natives that true power is not control over others, but mastery over one's own fears, desires, emotions, and subconscious impulses. For remedy, Scorpio natives should observe Thursday fast and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Additionally, you can chant Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. And you should donate green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to temple priest, as it will help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater emotional healing, clarity, protection, and spiritual strength during this transit.
Sagittarius, Dhanu Rashi.
For Sagittarius natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with home, family, responsibilities, emotional peace, career direction, public image, and inner stability. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of 7th and 10th house in your chart, this transit may strongly influence marriage, partnerships, professional life, public dealings, and communication with close relations. Many Sagittarius natives may feel greater responsibilities in career matters, family life, or partnerships, and Saturn may demand maturity, patience, emotional balance, and more responsible communication. This transit may also expose weaknesses in relationships where emotional understanding, honesty, or mutual respect has been lacking. Professionally, slow but steady growth is possible through disciplined effort, ethical conduct, and long term planning rather than shortcuts. Some Sagittarius natives may also feel emotionally withdrawn at times, seeking greater peace, privacy, and emotional grounding within the home environment. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Sagittarius natives that success without emotional peace and meaningful relationships eventually feels incomplete. For remedy, Sagittarius moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast, and you should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Additionally, you can chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, and donate green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest, as it will help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater harmony, wisdom, emotional peace, and stability during this transit.
Capricorn, Makar Rashi.
For Capricorn natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with communication, siblings, courage, daily efforts, travel, health discipline, work responsibilities, and the way you handle stress and conflicts. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your 6th and 9th houses, this transit may strongly influence your daily routines, professional responsibilities, belief systems, spiritual outlook, communication style, and relationship with mentors or father figures. Many Capricorn natives may slowly realize that excessive worry, overwork, harsh communication, or constant mental pressure has affected their emotional peace and relationships in life. This transit may also bring karmic lessons connected with legal matters, workplace dynamics, competition, documentation, health discipline, travel, or misunderstandings with siblings or colleagues. Some Capricorn natives may feel drawn towards spiritual study, prayer, disciplined routines, meditation, or seeking deeper meaning beyond material responsibilities. Professionally, Saturn may reward sincere effort, consistency, patience, and ethical conduct, but shortcuts or manipulative behavior may eventually create karmic obstacles. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Capricorn natives that true wisdom is not merely hard work, but balancing discipline with faith, humility, compassion, and conscious communication. For remedy, Capricorn natives should fast on Thursdays and chant the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Additionally, you can chant Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, and donate green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest, as it will help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, protection, clarity, and spiritual guidance during this transit.
Aquarius, Kumbh Rashi.
For Aquarius moon natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with finances, speech, family relationships, emotional security, hidden fears, transformation, and the deeper meaning of self worth. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your 5th and 8th houses, this transit may strongly influence your emotional intelligence, communication within close relationships, children, investments, creativity, and hidden karmic patterns operating beneath the surface. Many Aquarius natives may slowly realize during this transit that emotional wounds, unspoken fears, or past karmic baggage has silently affected relationships, confidence, or peace of mind. This transit may also bring responsibilities connected with children, finances, inheritance matters, investments, romantic relationships, or emotionally transformative experiences. Financially, Saturn may demand disciplined planning, cautious decision making, and emotional maturity regarding money matters and long term security. Some Aquarius natives may become quieter, more spiritually introspective, and less interested in superficial validation or emotionally exhausting environments. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Aquarius natives that true transformation happens when the mind becomes calmer, speech becomes gentler, and the soul stops resisting inner change. And importantly, as Saturn enters Aries on 3rd June 2027, Aquarius moon sign natives will finally complete their long journey of Shani Sadesati, bringing gradual emotional relief, karmic closure, and a new chapter of spiritual maturity after years of inner transformation. For remedy, Aquarius moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast and chant the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Or additionally, you can also chant Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, and donate green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest, as it will help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, emotional healing, wisdom, and blessings during this transit.
Pisces, Meen Rashi.
For Pisces moon sign natives, Saturn's transit in Revati Nakshatra may bring important karmic lessons connected with personality, emotional sensitivity, marriage, partnerships, communication, self identity, and the overall direction of life. Since Revati is ruled by Mercury, the ruler of your 4th and 7th houses, This transit may strongly influence emotional peace, home environment, relationships, marriage, partnerships, and the way you emotionally connect with others. Many Pisces natives may slowly become more introspective, emotionally mature, and selective regarding relationships and social interactions. This transit may expose emotional imbalances, communication gaps, or hidden dissatisfaction within close relationships, partnerships, or family life, demanding greater patience, honesty, emotional responsibility, and conscious communication. Some Pisces natives may also experience important karmic developments connected with relocation, property matters, domestic responsibilities, marriage, or business partnerships. Emotionally, Saturn may make many Pisces natives feel quieter, more inward, and spiritually reflective, as though life is slowly dissolving old emotional patterns and preparing the soul for a completely new karmic cycle before Saturn enters Aries on 3rd June 2027. Because that is when the last phase of Sadesati for Pisces, that is the third phase for Pisces, will begin. Spiritually, Saturn in Revati may teach Pisces natives that true peace comes when emotional dependency reduces and the soul learns surrender, faith, and inner stability. For remedy, Pisces moon sign natives may observe a Thursday fast and you should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Additionally, you can chant Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, and donate green moong dal on Wednesdays to poor people or to a temple priest, as it will help balance Mercury related karmas and bring greater peace, emotional healing, harmony, and divine blessings during this transit. Now, my beloved friends, after understanding the practical influence of Saturn in Revati for all 12 moon signs, let us return to the deeper spiritual timing of this transit. Because Saturn's movement through Revati is not happening in one single stroke. It will unfold gradually, pada by pada, layer by layer, like the soul slowly completing one karmic chapter before entering a new beginning. And each pada of Revati will carry its own subtle vibration, its own karmic emphasis, and its own spiritual lesson. So now understand this carefully, because the movement through Revati becomes extremely important spiritually. The approximate transit through the four padas of Revati will unfold like this. Revati Pada 1, 17th May 2026 to 18th August 2026. Then Revati Pada 2, 18th August 2026 to 20th November 2026. Then Revati Pada 3, 20th November 2026 to 24th February 2027. And then Revati Pada 4, which starts from 24th February 2027 and ends on 3rd June 2027. And finally, on 3rd June 2027, Saturn will leave Pisces and enter Aries, Mesh Rashi. And at that very moment, the Sadesati of Aquarius moon sign, Kumbh Rashi, will finally come to an end. While the Sadesati of Taurus moon sign, Vrushab Rashi, will officially begin. And Aries moon sign natives will enter the intense middle phase of Shani Sadesati. Now, my beloved friends, Pisces is not an ordinary sign. Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac. It represents endings, dissolution, moksha, liberation, detachment, spiritual surrender, and the exhaustion of ego driven desires. When Saturn enters Pisces, life slowly starts removing illusions. False identities begin collapsing. Emotionally draining relationships become unbearable. Many people suddenly start questioning the meaning of success itself. And this is why so many people today are asking, why do I suddenly feel detached? Why does life feel emotionally heavy? Why am I losing interest in superficial things? Why does success no longer satisfy me? Why does success no longer satisfy me internally? And my beloved friends, this is exactly how Saturn works in Pisces. Saturn does not always punish through external events. Sometimes Saturn matures the soul through silence. And the great sage Raman Maharshi once said, silence is also conversation. And Saturn in Pisces forces many souls into that silence, not to destroy them, but to purify them. Now let us understand the deeper karmic psychology of Saturn's movement through the nakshatras of Pisces. Because nakshatras reveal the inner spiritual architecture hidden behind planetary transits. Saturn first entered Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra on 29th March 2025. Purva Bhadrapad is fierce, mystical, transformative, and deeply karmic. The deity of Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra is Aja Ekapada, associated with storms, intensity, tapas, sacrifice, and awakening through suffering. This phase has exposed hidden fears, mental exhaustion, relationship instability, spiritual confusion, and suppressed psychological burdens. Many people have experienced emotional burnout during this period because Purva Bhadrapad burns illusion through inner intensity. Then comes a very important karmic shift. On 20th January 2026, Saturn enters Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra. And this is extremely significant spiritually because Uttara Bhadrapad is Saturn's own nakshatra. Whenever Saturn transits its own nakshatra, karma becomes deeper, unavoidable, and intensely internal. This is no longer surface level struggle. This becomes emotional karma, ancestral karma, subconscious karma. and the purification of the soul through silence, patience, maturity, and detachment. Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra is associated with Ahir Budhanya, the serpent of the deep cosmic waters, and therefore many people during this phase may suddenly withdraw from noise, fake relationships, emotional drama, superficial friendships, and external validation. Many souls may feel a strong urge to simplify life, to spend more time alone, to meditate, to pray, to disconnect from emotionally exhausting environments, and to search for a deeper meaning. Because Uttara Bhadrapad does not seek entertainment, it seeks truth. And then on approximately 17th May 2026, Saturn will enter Revati Nakshatra. Now, my beloved friends, Revati is not merely another nakshatra. Revati is the final doorway of the zodiac, the last station before rebirth, the final chapter before a completely new karmic cycle begins. And therefore, Revati carries tremendous spiritual depth. Now understand this carefully. Life begins with Ashwini Nakshatra ruled by Ketu. Ashwini represents the beginning, emptiness, pure potential, the soul entering the journey of life with absolutely nothing. And then the soul travels through all the nakshatras, through desire, ambition, attachment, relationships, wealth, pain, loss, success, illusion, ego, spiritual awakening, and karmic realization. And finally, the journey reaches Revati, Mercury, fulfillment, completion, inner maturity. The soul returning home wiser. And therefore, Revati teaches one of the deepest spiritual truths. Prosperity is not merely financial. True prosperity is inner completion. True prosperity is peace. True prosperity is the ability to sleep peacefully without hatred in the heart. And this becomes extremely important because Revati is ruled by Mercury. But here Mercury behaves very differently. It becomes extremely important because Revati is ruled by Mercury. But here Mercury behaves very differently. Normally, Mercury is considered debilitated in Pisces. Most astrologers stop there. But spiritually, the story is much deeper because in Pisces, Mercury slowly moves beyond dry logic and intellectual cleverness. It transforms into higher intelligence, into intuition, into imagination, into wisdom, into soul expression. Communication now becomes spiritual. Words begin carry vibration, healing, compassion, consciousness. And this is why Revati teaches that prosperity comes through graceful communication. Words become bridges between souls. The way a person speaks, communicates, responds, comforts others, and handles emotions begins deciding the quality of karma they create. Harsh speech creates poverty of the heart. Gentle speech creates connection, trust, blessings, relationships, and eventually prosperity itself. This is why the teachings of Samartha Ramdas Swami become so spiritually relevant during Saturn's transit through Revati. Speak gently, do not hurt others through your words. Such a simple sentence, yet Saturn in Revati will force humanity to understand its karmic depth. Because Saturn will not allow superficial Mercury anymore. Saturn will ask difficult questions. Are your words truthful? Are they responsible? Are they healing? Do your words create peace or emotional wounds? Are you communicating to manipulate or to uplift? Are you chasing wealth only outside, or have you discovered the wealth of awareness within? And my beloved friends, this is why Saturn in Revati can feel emotionally heavy. Because this transit will expose the immaturity hidden inside communication. Many relationships may break during this period not because love disappeared, but because communication lacked sensitivity, truth, maturity, and emotional responsibility. Many people may realize that success without emotional intelligence creates loneliness, and many souls may suddenly become quieter, more reflective, more spiritually introspective, because Saturn in Revati slows down speech itself. It forces people to think before speaking, to observe before reacting, to become conscious of the karmic consequences of words. And remember, Revati is also deeply connected with endings and new beginnings. But this is not a dead ending. This is sacred completion. The kind of ending that prepares the soul for a new dawn. As I always say, after every full stop, a new sentence begins. After every dark night, a new morning eventually comes. And therefore, many people during Saturn in Revati may experience closure of karmic relationships, completion of old emotional cycles, withdrawal from fake ambitions, movement towards spiritual simplicity, and preparation for an entirely new karmic chapter before Saturn enters Aries on 3rd June 2027. But perhaps the deepest spiritual teaching of this transit is surrender, because ultimately Revati teaches us the more we live in the present moment, the more life becomes guided by divine intelligence. The more we try to control every chapter of life, the more suffering increases. But the moment we stop trying to become the writer of existence and allow God to write the story, life begins changing mysteriously. Unexpected doors open, grace begins flowing, and even the deserts slowly begin turning into oases. As Nisargadatta Maharaj beautifully said, wisdom says, I am nothing. Love says, I am everything. Between the two, my life flows. This is the hidden spiritual beauty of Saturn in Revati. It is not merely a transit, it is the karmic purification of speech, relationships, prosperity, ego, and spiritual maturity itself. And perhaps this is why so many souls today are feeling emotionally tired, because Saturn is slowly teaching humanity that wisdom is not merely knowledge, wisdom is gentle awareness. And before I conclude this podcast, my beloved friends, I wish to share a beautiful wisdom story with each one of you, because Saturn in Revati is deeply connected with communication, awareness, consciousness, and the maturity hidden behind words. And this ancient Sufi parable captures that wisdom beautifully. I have heard an ancient Sufi story. Two disciples of a great master were walking in the garden of the master's house. They were allowed to walk every day, morning, evening. The walking was kind of a walking meditation, just as Zen people do walking meditation. You cannot sit for 24 hours. The legs need a little movement, the blood needs a little circulation. So, in Zen and in Sufism, both, you meditate for a few hours sitting and then you start meditating walking. But the meditation continues. Walking or sitting, the inner current remains the same. They both were smokers. They both wanted to ask for the permission of the master. So they both decided, tomorrow at the most he will say no, but we are going to ask. And it doesn't seem such a bad act to smoke in the garden. We will not be smoking in his house. We will not be smoking in his house itself. The next day they met in the garden. One was furious because the other was smoking, and he said, what happened? I also asked, but he simply flatly refused and said no. And you are smoking? Are you not abiding by his orders? He said, but he has said yes to me. This looked very unjust, and the first said, I will go and immediately inquire as to why he said no to me and yes to you. The other said, wait a minute, please tell me what you had asked. He said, what I had asked? I had asked a simple thing. Can I smoke while meditating? He said, no, and he looked very angry. The other started laughing and he said, now I know what is the matter. I asked, can I meditate while smoking? And he said, yes. So it all depends, just a little difference, and life is totally something else. Now there is a great difference. Asking, can I smoke while meditating is just ugly. But asking, can I meditate while smoking, it's perfectly okay. Good, at least you will be meditating. Now, my beloved friends, look carefully at the depth hidden in this small story. The words changed very little, but consciousness changed completely. And this is exactly the spiritual lesson Saturn in Revati will teach humanity. Saturn in Revati will force people to understand that communication is not merely language. Communication is consciousness. The same sentence spoken with ego creates conflict. The same sentence spoken with awareness creates wisdom. The same truth spoken harshly creates distance. But the same truth spoken gently, it heals the heart. And perhaps this is why Revati, ruled by Mercury in Pisces, transforms ordinary intellect into spiritual intelligence. Words stop becoming weapons. Words become prayer. Words become healing. Words become bridges between two souls. This is why Saturn in Revati will reward those who speak truthfully, compassionately, responsibly, and consciously. But Saturn will also expose manipulative communication, hidden deception, double standards, false promises, and emotional dishonesty. Because Saturn eventually brings karmic accountability, especially during Sadesati phase. And this brings me to something very important. On 3rd June 2027, when Saturn enters Aries, Aquarius moon sign natives will finally complete their long journey of Shani Sadesati. And my heartfelt congratulations to all Aquarius natives, Kumbh Rashi fellows. Because only those who have passed through Shani Sadesati truly understand how deeply Saturn transforms the soul. Yes, many tears may have been shed. Many relationships may have changed. Many illusions may have broken. Many lonely nights may have endured silently. But Saturn never leaves a sincere soul empty-handed. If your heart remained truthful, if your intentions remained clean, if despite suffering you remained devoted to the divine, then Saturn slowly rewards such souls with emotional maturity, spiritual depth, wisdom, detachment, and inner strength that ordinary worldly success can never give. And at the same time, Taurus moon sign natives must now prepare themselves carefully, because after 3rd June 2027, their Sadesati journey will officially begin. And there is now only 1 year left before Saturn starts preparing Taurus natives for one of the most difficult yet potentially most spiritually rewarding karmic phases of life. Now understand this carefully. Shani Sadesati is not merely punishment. Shani Sadesati is karmic purification. For those who have been living dishonestly, hurting others secretly through black magic attacks or through politics or through some malicious intentions, manipulating people from behind the curtain, misusing trust, creating suffering intentionally, Saturn eventually brings karmic consequences because Saturn sees what society cannot see. But for beautiful souls devoted to the divine, for those who sincerely seek truth, prayer, awareness, humility, service, and higher consciousness, Shani Sadesati can become one of the most transformative spiritual periods of life. Many souls during Shani Sadesati move toward Krishna consciousness. Others may call it Christ consciousness. Others may call it enlightenment. Others may simply call it surrender to God. The name does not matter. The religion or faith does not matter. What ultimately remains is the awakening of higher consciousness, a deeper awareness beyond ego, a spiritual maturity born through suffering, surrender, patience, and karmic cleansing. But this elevation usually happens only when the karmic records of the soul carry sincerity, devotion, humility, and genuine love for the higher power. And perhaps this is why Saturn is feared, yet deeply respected by great saints and mystics. Because Saturn ultimately removes illusion so that the soul may finally discover truth. And therefore, my beloved friends, if life currently feels spiritually heavy, do not become hopeless. Sometimes Saturn slows life down, not to destroy you, but to realign you with your soul. Sometimes the delays are protection, sometimes isolation is purification, sometimes endings are divine preparation, and sometimes what feels like loss is actually grace in disguise. May Lord Shanidev bless all sincere seekers with wisdom, maturity, emotional healing, right awareness, and inner peace. And remember this carefully, my beloved friends. Sometimes Saturn isolates you not because you are cursed, but because the soul can hear divine wisdom more clearly in silence than in noise. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Shanidev, Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।